Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another GTA discussion video where I've got a quick bit of news, and that is that all cars with downforce are now a lot slower than what they were. There is a general problem, general bug with downforce in the game. It is a lot less effective than what it once was. This does only affect cars with downforce, so as you're seeing on the screen, the RE-7B had a major issue there on that previous clip. But Sultan, for example, and all cars that aren't affected by downforce are all totally fine and as they were. But the cars that are affected are the RE-7B, the ETR1, the Tyrus, the Italy GTB Custom, the GP1, and the brand new Wagner that we'll be getting in the coming weeks. And in the sports class, we got the Spectre Custom, the Comet Retro Custom, the Ruston, and the Omnis as well. And also in the off-road class, we've got the Ramp Buggy. But all of those cars are affected by downforce, and that means that all of them are slower than what they used to be. After the gun running update, they are now slower. So basically this means that the RE-7B, for example, which used to be the quickest car in the game, is now a lot slower, and it certainly isn't the quickest car anymore around a track. If you don't have a clue what downforce is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you don't know the differences between downforce and spoilers or anything like that, have a look at the video that I'll link in the description and in the top right hand corner of the screen. It explains everything in great detail about the difference between downforce and spoilers, which cars utilize downforce, how they utilize it, what the differences are between them, and yeah, everything is explained in that video. It's basically a brand new mechanic that Rockstar brought in with the Cunning Stunt supercars as a way to give cars an increase in traction in the corners that isn't using a spoiler in Los Santos Customs. So that is overall broken now. Cars that utilize downforce, which is the list that I mentioned at the start, are a lot slower than what they were before the gun running update, but they are still quicker than what they would be without downforce at all. So if you compare the RE-7B, for example, as you're seeing on the screen, if you compare the RE-7B without downforce at all, it is still a little bit slower than what it is right now. But then you can also do it the complete opposite way and put a downforce value of 50 on the RE-7B, and it would be absolutely crazy in terms of cornering. So it shows that downforce is still working in some way in the game. It just seems to be that its effectiveness has been significantly reduced. Now, nothing has actually changed with the cars. The cars are exactly the same. All the downforce values that the cars had, for example, the Tyrus had 3.35, the ETR1 with 3.0, I think. The RE-7B has a value of 3.5, the GP1 has a measly 1.25. All of those downforce values in the game code are exactly the same as they used to be. The difference is something to do with the background aspect of the game. Some background function of downforce has been reduced to make it less effective. Whether this is a bug or whether this is intended, we don't know. But the interesting part about this is that the brand new Wagner, which will be coming in the coming weeks, it's already in the game with the gun running DLC, but we have to wait until Rockstar drip feed us the content with that. The brand new Wagner has downforce, and it has a downforce value of 2.75. But it has already been tested by a few people in the racing community because you can access it early via mods, and it seemed to be on the top level pace. Now that's even with this downforce bug initiated. So it could be argued that when downforce is fixed, the Wagner could be a very, very OP car. We have to wait and see what is going to happen with that. It could be affected differently with the way that it uses downforce, and this may be an intended thing anyway, and the RE-7B and all cars with downforce are even further nerfed and completely useless at this point. It might be intended in that way. We don't know at the moment, but basically there's a link to a Rockstar support forum post in the description. Go and upvote that, leave a comment, make sure Rockstar are aware of this, whether it is a bug or whether it's intended. At least hopefully we'll get an answer on it so that we know going forward what it's going to be. I assume that it's a bug. I assume that they've done some sort of fix to something to do with physics, and they've accidentally made downforce a lot less effective as an overall thing. Like I said, the cars haven't changed themselves, it's just an overall bug, you could say. So at the moment, any of those cars that I listed at the start of the video, you don't want to be using any of those in regular races because they are much slower than what they used to be, and all cars with downforce are affected by this. All other cars aren't affected by this. That makes the Tempesta at the moment the #1 car around a track. Zentona would be second, for example, but you know, just keep that in mind for when you're racing. The cars with downforce are no good anymore. I just want to thank the guys in the Nolo Racing crew, you know, Pardonias, Adam, Nismo, Oleg, and Chilli, and all the guys in that chat who we were all talking about this and working it out. Also, I think it was Masterferret who originally made this known to a few people as well. So it's been a collective effort by a few people in the racing community to find this and nail down what it is, and a lot of the footage that you're seeing in the screen is from them as well, and I'll leave their links down below. But obviously that's because I'm not available. I'm not able to actually test anything myself because I'm away in Sweden at the moment and I don't have anything set up. So yeah, it's the worst time that this could have happened, but we've got a video out here. Hopefully this news gets spread and Rockstar get aware of it and get it fixed. Hopefully, if it is a bug. But yeah, that is all the information there that you need to know. Downforce is as a whole broken, and all the cars that utilize downforce are much slower. So thank you guys for watching. Obviously, like I said, leave a like and a comment on that support forum post so that they know. You can obviously spread this video around as well if you want. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.